guys, it's Spoon. I'm a little chilly today, so I'm wearing a sweater. Today, we're making cookies. We're going to use one base and make two different types of cookies. I have been trying for a while to come up with a chocolate chip recipe that makes me happy. I've come close to a few that I really like, but something was still a little off. So I've got one today, and that's the chocolate chip, and using the same base I'll be making butter rum cookies. And all we're going to do is swap out the butterscotch chips for the chocolate, and instead of vanilla extract we'll be using rum extract. So let's get started. This is a really quick recipe and I'm using it in my air fryer. Come on. The ingredients we're using today. We're using our Quest coconut oil, our almond flour. I am using allulose, semi-sweet lilies, and the butterscotch, some baking soda, some sea salt, a little bit of water, vanilla extract, and rum extract, and of course 1 egg for each recipe. We're going to start off with 1¼ cup of almond flour or almond meal, whatever you want to call it. And to that we're going to add just a smidgen of baking soda. So if you had to break it down, I would say, you know, like 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I use Arm & Hammer. I've used it for years. It's what I like. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of sea salt. Just a couple shakes. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of coconut oil. And this gives it some fat, but it really has a nice texture when they're baked. It's real thin, it's light and fluffy, but it's got great flavor, and honestly it's not overpowering. Okay, and we're going to use a 1/2 cup of allulose. This is my choice of alternative sugar. I just feel like there's no coolness effect. I don't feel like there's a bitter taste at all. So this is the one I like to use. So let's see if I can do this without making a mess. This bag's very flimsy. Alright. 1/2 cup. Now, you can always test your batter to see if that's going to be sweet enough for you. And I've made this recipe before, so I know that's how much I want. This is not my first go around with this recipe. So the one I'm sharing with you has gone through a couple of prototypes before I found exactly what I was looking for. Okay, we've got this in, mixed up pretty well. Now we're going to add in our egg. That is not room temperature, I just took it right out of the fridge. And this is my chocolate chip recipe, so I'm using a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you need to use a measuring spoon, go right ahead. I just kind of dollop it in there. And we're going to mix it up until it, you know, that egg is combined in that vanilla extract. I'm just going to start to form our dough. We will be adding some water. And we're going to add that right now. This is just regular old Member's Mark, which I think is Costco. Could be Sam's, one or the other. It's just a little bit of water. Now here's the part it gets tricky. You want to just add a little bit until you kind of get the right dough consistency that you want. You don't want it overly wet, but you don't want it dry either. And I think that's just going to be just fine for me. Okay, remember, taste your dough. If 1/2 cup is not enough for you, then you want to add little. If it's too much, well, then start at 1/4 cup and work your way up. Okay, now we're going to put in our chips. Now I want these to be small cookies, so they won't be, you know, big giant cookies. I'm using a teaspoon to put them on the cookie sheet. I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna finish my bag off here. I got a little bit over a half a cup, so no sense of keeping that. I'm just gonna put them in there. I love my chocolate chips. Okay, so now we're gonna light them up. Very loud right now because the air fryer is heating up. I'm going to cook these at 350 for 7 minutes. And like I said, I want these to be smaller cookies, not like giant size cookies. So we're going to start with, well, 9. It should make like 12. Okay, we're going to pop these in the air fryer. See, my air fryer says 350 at 30 minutes. And that's just because I don't want it to shut off and cool down on me. So I'm actually going to set the timer on my big stove for 7 minutes at 350. We'll be back when you're ready. Thanks for watching. The cookies are ready. They've been cooling. Now what we have here, this section here is the butter rum. And then in here we have butter rum and chocolate. I like to do 6 and 7 minute cookies. So the darker ones are 7 minutes and the lighter ones are 6 minutes. So you got more chocolate chip here, some around the edge. My platter is getting kind of full. So let's taste these. So here they are, and they're beautiful. Now the butter rum butterscotch cookies I made because there's this local place called Biscuitville that used to make these amazing butter rum muffins. Limited time, and I haven't seen them in several years. So I kind of wanted something to give me that flavor. And these butter rum scotch cookies do it for me. So same base for the chocolate chip and the butter rum scotch cookies. Just, you know, swap out the extracts and the chips. You know, same cookie. 350 degrees. I do mine in 6 and 7 minutes in the air fryer. Probably could have put them in the oven and did like, you know, 12 at once, but this is how it came out. So, chocolate chip, and I did them small so that I wouldn't, you know, overeat. That's what they look like. They're nice and soft. And they have a really good texture. And even though there's like coconut oil powder in there, I don't really taste the coconut at all. You know, my taste buds are going to be different for yours, but the only way to know for sure is to try it out. Okay. And a butterscotch. Again, there's the texture. I have been wanting a butter rum flavor cookie treat in a while now. So those are some of my cookie treats. I've been doing a lot of prototypes for chocolate chip cookies, and this one so far has been my go-to recipe. I've tried it out several times, and this is the one I like. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye. To mention one thing, I don't really like coconut flour at all. I use it in some of my recipes, but in all honesty, I don't like using it because I feel like it has like a drier texture and overpowering taste. But the coconut oil powder that I used in these cookies is completely different than the coconut flour. So I really enjoy using it. That's it. I'm really going now. Have a good day. Bye.